Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans here with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube Live. Remember to subscribe down below here and you can get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. Or if you're joining me on my Facebook group, just remember that those videos only go for 30 days and then they're off. I strongly suggest that you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you can access the videos all the way along. So welcome to Monday. Monday is where I do a 3D project or I do a fancy fold card. And today I have decided that basically what I'm going to do is I am going to do a really easy 3D treat holder, and I hope you enjoy it. And I am using some new product from the new online exclusives. So it's online exclusives. I thought it was June the 2nd, but it's July the 2nd. It's July the 1st that the new online exclusives are coming. And these are really, truly, really some nice, beautiful, different ideas or different things that they've got there. So let me go down to my desktop here. And this is the Perfectly Pears. This is a suite that has this bundle. It has corresponding dies that cut out some of these images, plus also some images that are in the designer series paper. There is also these beautiful embellishments. They're in the Secret Sea. They're also in Mossy Meadow or Old Olive, I think. And then this would be the Daffodil Delight or the Darling Duckling. I'm not sure where they're from. Now remember, if you are joining me, make sure that you do drop a little thing in the chat saying hello and where you're from. And if you're joining me through Facebook or if you're joining me through my YouTube, I'm just trying to figure out where people are coming from. I want to make sure it's still on my YouTube. You just never ever know. All right, so there's that, and then there's this beautiful ribbon that I think I mentioned the other day that I thought that this would really work really well with beautiful Christmas ideas as well. All right, so let's get going. This is a slider box treat thing, and like I say, I love this this suite. This paper is so pretty. This is actually, this color here is that Darling Duckling. It has quite a bit of green in it. And then we have the neutral tones on the other side there. This is part of my Your Creativity Awaits that I'm using, that I have. It's part of my monthly card to go class. You make 6 cards, 2 of them are fancy folds, and you do use this suite and this stamp set. You have the option of putting on the dies on as you want. Remember to say hello. Anyways, I'm going to need a paper trimmer for this particular one. So we're going to come in there. And I am also using, I'm going to be scoring with this. And I always use my Take Your Pick tool with my stylus, especially when I'm going and doing some scoring on live, because then it doesn't move around so much. And also this fits right in the track right here. All right, so let's go ahead. I have this stuff cut, but I'm going to show you how I'm scoring it and everything else. Like I say, this is a slider box. So we want to go ahead and get these measurements. Now, I decided I was going to use this designer series paper. So it would go really good with Mossy Meadow. Let me show you the Mossy Meadow on there with that. And it goes really good with the pink. How can I forget this name? It's the Petal Pink on there as well. All right, so you have a piece. You are going to cut this 5 3/4 by 4 3/4, and you're going to go ahead and on the 5 3/4 inch side, we are going to score at 3/4 of an inch, and then we're going to slide it down and go to 5 and 5, and we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch and 5 inch. So we're just going to score at the 5 inch and the 3/4 inch, and then we're just going to turn and we're going to score again at the 3/4 inch and at the 4 inch side. Now what this does is, what you've really technically done is scored 3/4 of an inch all the way around this piece. And then you have the slider part, that this piece is cut at 4.5 inches by 8 3/4 inches. And then what you're going to do on the long side, or the 8 3/4 inch side, you're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. We're going to slide it down and score it at 4 inches. So we just score at 4 inches. We're then also going to score at 4 3/4 inches. And then we're going to open this up and score it at 8 inches. So if you really think of it, to make it so that you can double check that you've got this, these score lines are 3/4 of an inch here, 3/4 of an inch here, and 3/4 of an inch there. And these are all 3/4 of an inch. And that works really, really well on there. Please jump on and say where you're joining me from, if you're joining me from my Facebook group or if you're joining me from my YouTube. All right, so then I have my bone folders, and we want to go in and get this really good and scored. Now, always remember, if you are going to, when you're folding this in, when you make a box, you always want to make sure that you have one of the folds on there all the time. You want to make sure that it, like I folded into the mountain on here, so I want to make sure that I score this into the mountain as well. Hello, Marie. And let's go ahead and do this and score all of these like this. So we make it really quite easy. And then we're going to have to come in here, and we are going to cut here and here. We're going to turn it all the way around and cut again right here and here. And then what we want to do is we want to miter these things just so that they don't pop above. So I'm just going to miter both those sides of this. Boy, this has been a really crazy day. I have been going since, well, since very early this morning. Have a Stampin' Up event tonight that includes our district manager, manager, and that's going to be kind of fun because we're going to see talk about our community of Stampin' Up. All right, so then I could use tear and tape. I could use a bunch of different things. I'm going to use my glue, and what I'm doing is I'm just going here, and these are on those flaps, and I'm going to let that sit or set for a little bit. And the reason being is because I want it to stay good and glued. And then I'm going to actually put tear and tape on the other part that's for the slider. Now, while I'm waiting for this, I have a spare piece of this, and we are going to take our tag keeper or tab, this punch here, and we're just going to take one of those and punch one of those out as well. This is a great punch for doing different tabs on different things. You can mark up your catalog this way with this. It's just great sort of stuff to do there. Marie, let me know, where are you watching me from? Are you watching me from YouTube, or are you watching me from my Facebook page? All right, so we're just going to go in here, and we're just going to line that up and just make sure that it's good and even. And by letting it set a little bit, it should be easier. So we're just going to go in there. And we'll do the same one here. I like making little treat holders. Treat holders are amazing. You can put a lot of different things in these. With this particular one, I think one of my most favorite Facebook. I'm hoping it's on YouTube. Anyways, we shall see if it is on YouTube. I am really hoping it's there. It might be unlisted because of how I was recording a bunch of other things, but I'll make sure it's listed in a bit. So we just want to come in with our bone folder and just get that right in there. Now, I think one of my favorite dried fruits is pear. It tastes so good, and it works so well with when you dry it. It tastes like an apple. Okay, so I've gone ahead and scored all of those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right up there, and it's about a 1/16 of an inch that I'm going to allow. But check it out first. When you put this box in here, what you want to do, because there's a bit of that, it's not... I don't know if I scored that in the right spot. I want to make sure that I did. So this is just going to go in here. Just going to take it like that and put it, so it's about 1/8 of an inch that we're off by. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to put my tear and tape on there. And we're going to use our take your pick tool. Oh, and there's a few other things that we can do with this. You know what? We should probably decorate it first, but I am going to leave it with it not being decorated. Now, when you put this together, you do not want that right snug, because if you go right snug, what happens is that this is not going to fit. We're wanting it to go there. And this is actually going to go on the back side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just coming in here and I'm just going to tear this part off. And we are going to, and I'm using this as the guide. Whoops, I'm going to turn it around because that's the way it's going to go. As the guide, we want this part to be at the back, and see, it's just short by a 1/16 of an inch, and you know I didn't get that right to the edge, so I just want to go in with my take your pick tool. We'll just sort of unglue this. There we go. And then you can see that this is going to be like this. Now that's pretty tight, so what we might have wanted to do was just loosen that off a little bit. So let me just go in. Now, in order to get this unstuck, you can blow your hot air from your breath on there. So let me just fix that up. I'm going to give it more than a 1/16 of an inch. I'm going to give it about 1/8 of an inch because you want that to move. All right, so let's go back in, put that in there. We're going to do this here, and we're going to actually do it by 1/8 of an inch, and that should allow for easier moving. So let's go ahead and do that. So make sure it's even on the sides. And then what happens with this is then, whoops, just get in there. Just like that. We're going to use our take your pick. We're just going to go in there. And then what we're going to do is this part here is just going to, you want this part to be down on the side there. Actually, you too. There you go. Okay, good. I was worried that it wasn't on YouTube. So you just want it to be like that. Now, when I cut this part out, this is where I'm going to show you how it's going to go. I am going to glue that right in here so that that's a tab that we can pull that box out. So let's go ahead and glue that on both sides. And it's just like so. And we want to make sure that that's good and even there as well. Okay, so just like so. Okay, so then when this is on here, like this, when we put this together, then I can just pull this out like so. I didn't get that very even, so let's see if I can get that. I'm having glue issues today. There we go. There. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to decorate this box. And by doing this, we can cover that part up. So this piece here is 4 1/4 by 3 inches. And I'm just going to put that right onto the front there. This is such beautiful, beautiful paper. It's just going to go on there. Just like so. And yeah, it would have probably been easier to decorate as we had it when it was flat. It's really gluing. I think it has something to do with the humidity today. All right, so then I went and I cut the second largest stylish shape with Mossy Meadow. See how well that goes. And then I also cut a circle that's about 2 1/4 on there. So we want to put that on there. So let's go ahead and start decorating this way on here, and then I'll put that on there. So I'm just going to put this here. And then also on your designer series paper is some of these images, and all of these dies cut out. So the images that I took from this is from this designer series paper. And we are going to go ahead and I just cut a bunch of them out, but I think I'll use this bigger one. So I'm just going to come ahead and put that behind. There we go. Just like so. And we're going to put that on with dimensionals for sure. I might use this piece, I might not. I know I'm thinking of using this piece to give some look. And this is just a thatch background sort of thing. So we're just going to come in with some dimensionals. And I'm going to leave those freestanding. And let's go ahead and put that there. But I think this thatched one will go kind of over there. This would be nice in the gold as well. Go ahead and put this on there. We have these beautiful flowers, petal pink flowers. That we're going to stick in there as well. Or do we want to put it up there? Let's see. And then I think this can be left. And then this is going to go on here with a sentiment. And I think I'll do thank you. Oh, look, I have a bunch of stuff here already done up. So I'm just going to come in with my thank you. Grab a block. And there we go. Ooh, those blocks are dirty. And then I'm just going to use my embossing buddy. Let's just put gold thank you on there. So we'll come in with our Versamark. And let's put thank you off to this side here. And then we'll come in with our gold. And come here. Out of the way so that we don't have that going, and heap set that. just like so. I want to incorporate that ribbon somehow on here. This is such beautiful ribbon. Okay, so this was one that I had in my box. So let's see if I can incorporate that in there somehow. It's just a faux bow. And yeah, there we go. Or we could do it like this. No, I'm going to stick this underneath here. Just like so. I think we should stick that on with a bit of glue. Just like that. This is going to go on to here, but you know what? I think I could do something else with this ribbon. So I think I'm going to loop the ribbon behind. So I'll come in with my Stampin' Seal. And let's just do a couple of loops of this ribbon. Just like that. Oops, that didn't quite get there, so let's just... And then that can go right onto here. We're going to pop that up as well. Sure, miserable day here in British Columbia, that's for sure. Okay, tomorrow I will be going live at 4:30 Pacific time with the technique. This will be an add-on to another technique that I have done before. Just shows you the versatility of some of these techniques, that's for sure. You know what? I almost think that I could have put some more on there. No, maybe we're okay. So there's that. If I decided I wanted to do more, I could have. And see, this is just going to go like this. We can put our treat inside there. But now what we can do is we can come in with our embellishments. And I think, I don't know, should I use the yellow with this or maybe the green? Let's see what the yellow looks like. Oh, that'll be pretty. So yellow there. Let's get a smaller yellow. There. And we'll get another big one here. There we go. Let's put that right. Oh, you know what? I didn't even get that put on there. That's not even glued on there. So let me go put that towards the center of a flower. Let's glue that on. Remember, if you live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. If you have anything that you'd like to know about, or I'm here to help. And I'm here to inspire you as well. All right, so there we go. There's our sliding box using the perfectly paired Pears, which is this bundle, along with the designer series paper, the beautiful ribbon, and these embellishments. I mean, how nice is that, right, with this ribbon? All right, so if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. Remember that I will be live tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific time with the technique. And remember to create, because it's great for the soul. All right, you guys, we will see you tomorrow. And take care and create. Thanks very much. Bye now.